Stillmeadow Community Fellowship is a family of believers devoted to being faithful disciples and committed to reaching our neighborhood with the healing love of Christ.
My name is Yarel Tuck, and I am the Director of Operations for Stillmeadow Community Projects, Inc., which is a nonprofit that was started by our church, Stillmeadow Community Fellowship. I've been a member of Stillmeadow, the church, since 1989, which is when it started. I was 9 years old back then, and so I've been pretty much a lifelong member, other than when I went to college. I actually started working for the nonprofit in 2020, so that has been 3 years. Over time, the church experienced different difficulties and turmoil, different pastors, people, church splits. Those things can tend to happen at times, and so when that happened, we had gotten disconnected from our community in a lot of ways, and we became the church shrunk. We got a lot smaller in terms of numbers of our congregation. When Pastor Michael got here in 2017, he came with a mindset of stewardship, and with that, thinking about how can we better utilize this building, how can we better utilize this property as a whole to be connected and be accessible to our community.
What is your name and what is your title here?
Michael S. or Stephen Martin. I'm the pastor of Stillmeadow Community Fellowship, and I'm the executive director of Stillmeadow Peace Park and Stillmeadow Community Projects, Inc. There is a past history that's a couple of decades old, and then there was a very long dry season, and 2018 is kind of when we kind of resurrected our identity and presence in this general area, in this zip code, and that was around what other people know as the Ellicott City flood, but it flooded through here as well.
Breaking news coming out of Maryland this evening. That's where the governor has declared a state of emergency for the area around Ellicott City. This after a torrential downpour caused massive flooding there.
We were the epicenter of the response from the city and different agencies and our own response. And from here, we were in people's homes and helping repair and helping to deal with ultimately mold and that kind of thing. And so that was kind of the beginning of this period of time. It's now 2023 of us responding to our neighbors and to our community.
And so now I would say we're a one-stop shop, that people in the community know that they can rely on Stillmeadow to get their needs met. If they have a need, they can come here. We'll either be able to meet that need here, or we can direct them in the direction and connect them with the entity or the person that can help to meet that need. So they know that they can get resources here. And so for us, as a church, we want our neighbors to feel loved, and I think that we're at a place where our neighbors feel loved again. Our mission for the church is all about spreading the good news about Jesus Christ, right? But wrapped into that is the idea that Jesus came to give us life, both everlasting and life here on earth. He said that we can have it abundantly. And so there's a high quality of life that life with God offers. And so that's our mission, to not only be working to live in that high quality of life for ourselves, but to help other people do that as well. And so we want to see that happen in this community. one of the ways that that happens is with other people. So another thing that Pastor Michael really focuses in on is relationships, that God himself is a relationship, and everything that he does is connected to relationships. And he said it's not good for man to be alone. So he even makes it very explicit that people should not operate in their lives in silos. We are meant to work together. So it is relationships that end up building a community and make a community function. And so our relationships with community leaders, as well as organizations such as Mount St. Joe and My Brother's Keeper, Father Mike down at St. Joseph's Monastery, our relationships with these other people and these other entities is what helps us to be able to operate as a community and therefore be able to meet the communal needs. And so I think that's been really important. We've been really working hard to build that up in the last several years. And I also am delighted, as we have worked with Mount St. Joe, to help students at Mount St. Joe to be able to experience the community. I know it can be so easy for a student to come in and attend the school for 4 years and never really get out and meet all the people that are around them. And so I'm so glad that we have this partnership where students get to meet us and who are living here and working here, and then we get to meet them. And so far in our partnership, only good has come from that. We've had a lot of communities served through our food distribution, through our learning center, which Mount St. Joe students all helped us they helped renovate to build up our learning center. And then they help with our food distribution. And then they've also helped a lot in our Peace Park, which we have as a place of education and recreation for our community. And so yeah, I think that part has been a mutual benefit. And so yes, but that's what helps that's what helps the people in our community to feel that they're surrounded by people who is trying to truly uplift and make a difference here.
Hi, I'm Atia Robinson. I'm Stillmeadow's Chesapeake Conservation and Climate Corps member, which means I'm basically an intern that works with them in their environmental side of their nonprofit. Right now, my role is to help coordinate with volunteers, do a lot of their forestry work, and that's mostly it. Yeah. We are currently standing on one of the trails in Stillmeadow's Peace Park. The goal of the Peace Park is to have a place for people of the community to get somewhere not too far removed from the city, as you can see, but still in nature. There's not a lot of urban forests or urban places to have nature involved. So we really want this place to be an area for just community environmental stewardship. So I do a lot of work with the church's nonprofit section, which is a lot to do with environmental stewardship, which means taking care of the environment. So on a community level, that means that I help facilitate volunteers that come in, and I help plan events around things like plantings like we do on the South Slope or in the pollinator gardens, or trash pickup, things like that. And on the forest side, that means that we do invasive vine removal, just invasive removal in general, or like with the stream here, we're doing a renaturing project where we're adding things like crayfish and minnows and other fish and wildlife into the stream to try to renature it. The really good thing about this program, which is the Chesapeake Conservation and Climate Corps, is you get a lot of experience. And with me being an undergrad student, that's really rare and good for my portfolio, I guess. And my career experience, I'm getting a lot of different experiences, like having made a compost and things like starting with an apiary, or I'm meeting a lot of people that I get to network with, like working with the Forest Service or with National Fish and Wildlife. So I'm just getting a lot of different experiences that are really going to push me forward in my career and in my schooling.
So one of the things that I would like to see happen here, I love working with children, so and just children of any ages, so up from 0 all the way up to college, and so I would love to see us offer even more programs and activities for youth. So that's a goal that I have for us. We already have a learning center for the 3 schools in our community, and we also have what's called Baltimore Forest School, where we take children out into nature in the Peace Park. So we do have some things, but I want to see more. The more kids, the better. So that's one thing for me. And another thing that Pastor Michael and I talk about a lot is developing Stillmeadow into Stillmeadow Enterprises. That we are a church that is all about helping people grow in their relationship with God, but and connected to that, helping people grow in relationship with each other. And so part of some of the things that do that is the fact that we are a resiliency hub, the fact that we have a peace park, the fact that we have a food distribution. And then the next thing is to really build up ourselves as an urban retreat center. So we think about so many different organizations in Baltimore City that they do team building exercises, and so they'll go out to somewhere in Baltimore County or Howard County to have these retreats where they can grow together as a team. Well, why can't that happen right here in Baltimore City? We have a peace park where you can enjoy some of nature, and then we have a building that has classrooms and a kitchen and all that. So everything you can do there, you can do here, and that helps to build up Baltimore City and just be another asset that Baltimore City can offer. So yeah, I think that's the vision we have, and I also think that remaining and continuing to be a leader for people in the effort to build relationships and to be thinking about stewardship. We have digested that here and are operating like that here, and we want that mindset to spread. So I think it would be great if we can see that come to fruition.
We love being in the neighborhood, in this neighborhood. I'm out and about talking to people and meeting with people who've been affected. And at least 2 senior citizens, as I was talking about hope and the fact that we'd be back to help and all like this, and there's a number of different people involved, looked me right in my eye and almost patted me on my head. Oh, young man, they're not coming back. They never come back, right? And it was very illuminating and hurtful, really, to me, that they had lost confidence in their city officials, in their city government, in their institutions, that we were ignoring them. When I came here 6 years ago, that was the sense I got, that this area of the city feels somewhat forgotten. And I hope that we've been able to be a part of shining more light, and not from afar, but from close up, that we see you right here, we're a part of you right here, and we're invested in you right here.